You pause it for a second.
Yeah.
I have to get into a comfortable position. Maybe that was half my problem. It's like I don't know what to do.
Hit him hard and hit him fast.
Turbo button! No, fuck.
What?
Well, I feel like if I transform into the I'm honestly at a loss. Like I can't fire fast enough. Do I ignore the arms
Oh, and just try.
and just try for the core? Like transform to get the wave just so I can hit him with the wave?
Well, I feel like the hands that come out from the arms.
They always seek you.
Yeah, they
they're
do.
heat seeking.
Yeah, so they're not. You almost have to take out those arms. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I would go after the arms, but then like, I don't know.
Unpause me. See what happens.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
There it goes. Okay.
Stay back further.
Yeah, stay back further. You took out the arms. You gotta hit the.
You're
You
close.
gotta hit the body.
I am.
Oh. Oh. Yes.
Oh! Fuck you!
Yeah.
Wait.
And then it just restarts.
All right.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude!
Hell yeah.
I thought I only had 2 pieces. I don't even give up. Guess what? Oh shit! I still got lives.
You do.
I don't give a shit.
You have 2 lives. Dead.
Oh my god! I have another life. All right, I'll give. I'll try to get one more.
Just give it. Yeah. Just give it.
I can't believe.
Try to get. No, or not. You really did give up, didn't you?
I thought I only had the 2 power-ups, so I was expecting the wave, not the triple shot. That fucking triple shot thing can take out those arms so fucking fast.
Yeah.
And it helps because like you said, they target those other pieces.
Yes, they do.
So that helped me make some gaps.
Very nice.
You were also risking it a little too much by being that fucking close.
Well, I wanted to be as close as possible to where both bullets were hitting core.
It, yeah.
I get that, but at the same time, you cut it real close.
So I wonder, since
Yeah, I did.
since that guy is like the big baddie, if he retreats, does his life carry on into the next battle?
No, it
I don't think so.
Because I feel like you did not hit him as much as you had in other playthroughs, but yet you were able to kill him this time.
It could have also been because he had the ships directly on him. As soon as the bullet spawns, it hits him, damages him,
I suppose
and he's
that's
able
true.
to technically fire faster
Holy
because there's no
fuck,
round on
yeah.
screen. So he got more shots off consistently.
Nice. It's an Andy Z game. It's an Andy Z game. I'll give you that.
Wow, man. Terra Cresta
I
in
only
the
made
bank.
it. I only made it like halfway through the game myself. I only beat the first
great
boss.
devil Mandra.
I keep expecting you to say something like man something.
Mandark.
Mandark.
Man.
All right, game 270. Terra
Nigma.
Cresta.
Oh yeah, Terra Cresta.
We played a terrible game, not a good one.
Yeah, Terra Nigma is actually a really good game.
Yeah.
So that was an hour 20.
Hour 20.
Not too bad, actually.
No, not bad.
Well, playthroughs... See, shooters are weird because it feels like shooters go quick. Mm-hmm. Because you die so fast.
Yeah.
That... Yeah. Wow. Nihon Bussan.
KK.
1985, baby. Vic Tokai. 390... you were trying to get me to get to 400,000 points?
Was I trying to?
Yeah, is that what you were saying? Or did you want me to...
I wanted you to try to get to at least one more boss just to see what it would have been, but...
Oh, probably the stupid...
It would have just been the same.
The stupid butthole ship.
Yeah.
That came up twice for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Man. Fuck yeah.
So,
Our new timing system, though, by the
Let's
way,
go,
is a bag of Pringles Mingles.
There you go.
No shit. So this game was how long it took us was a bag of Pringle Mingles. They're not that great, but Paul managed to polish off a whole bag. Probably because he only had like 10 minutes of game time.
I eat when I'm bored. So.
Oh fuck! All right.
What do you give the game for difficulty?
For a difficulty,
6.
I'm gonna. What did we get Gradius? I'm curious what we gave. What was Gradius? We gave a 7. I don't believe this is as hard as Gradius.
No.
I'm gonna go. I feel like I was thinking like 4, maybe 5, middle of the road. 1-ups are pretty easy to come by.
They are, but I was actually leaning towards a 6. I think that
You're gonna go higher.
I think that this is above average as far as difficulty goes. You literally, yes, 1-ups are easy to come by, but you have no continues.
No,
You are
don't.
literally just dealing with trying to get as many lives as you can because that's what's going to power you through trying to beat the game. The fire rate of the enemies of your ship feel completely just like
It feels
inconsistent.
Very much so.
It is very inconsistent. The difficulty of the ships and stuff like that. I mean, they have some random ass patterns that I still can't really put together, like what they are. There's certain enemies that will go off screen really quickly. There's some that will just literally stay on screen until
looping and firing and looping and firing
until you kill them.
Yes, and those were the worst ones, especially the ones that swooped right in, did a circle, came up, swooped again, and then it's the same qualm I have with every single shooter. It always feels like when you're about to shoot them, they flick off that one last bullet to fucking take you out.
The turrets fire at such a fast rate.
The big red ones.
Yes,
right,
the bigger red ones. They fire at such a rate that it's hard to even get like close enough to kill them.
Yeah.
You almost have to be just off center because you can't even go back and forth because their fire shot is too great. And if you don't kill them, oh my god, does it really make things more difficult?
Yes. At least they only shoot at the diagonals and at the actual 8 directions, whereas like the small turrets they shoot at you like wherever you are.
And I have to say, the bosses they're
kind of tough.
They are tough, but they're fair.
Yeah.
Every time you died, you couldn't say like, crap, the game cheated or whatever it was. Like it legit, like you knew, crap, that was my fault. I shouldn't have done this.
Save for the last boss who did not give an opening to move through those bullets.
But still, every other time he was giving an opening, I do feel like that could have been averted. It's just you start getting into your head, you start getting nervous, and then you panic.
Yeah.
So I do think that the bosses, like, that really shows me it's legit difficulty because it's not that it's unfair, but during the stages, like when you're actually doing stuff, that gets a little bit unfair because of the fact the controls are like it failed when you try to transform and nothing transforms.
You'd have to hit the A button like 3 times to try and get him to move because that's half the thing is you get that temporary invincibility when you do separate your ship. But separating the ship is so unreliable that in that key moment when you need it, he just doesn't do it.
Exactly.
And we've died a few times that way. So I can see where your 6 is coming from.
This is definitely not a 4.
No, I'll rescind to that 4.
Yes, we were able to beat it at like we played this for the first time today.
Yeah.
And
I was
we
gonna
beat
say
it. But I do think that this is above middle of the road. This is definitely a 6.
I was gonna say 4 because it feels like I was getting lives pretty quickly.
But again, that's what you have to rely on. You don't have continues.
Right. Yeah. I
got him thinking.
Well, it's definitely not 4. You're correct. But I'm trying to think of because
I don't think I'm.
Here's what else can also bump it up to a 6 for you. The inconsistency on whether a single ship piece would be destroyed or all of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
That did it. That did it.
Because
Yeah.
that's right. Because
sometimes you would lose the back one,
lose
or
one
you would
piece.
lose the front, but other
and
times it would be
sometimes
all of them.
all 4 pieces gone.
It feels like if you ran into something, like a ship, it took everything.
Well, but there are also
But if it was a
sometimes-
stray bullet, it would take
there were
out one
sometimes
piece.
bullets took out
sometimes
everything,
sometimes
too,
those bullets took out multiple pieces too.
Did they?
Yeah,
Maybe I was too
especially
angry
the big
to notice.
cannon.
Yeah.
Well, the big can. Yeah.
So
I'll,
maybe
I'll
it's-
agree with you on that 6.
So maybe it's almost like a life bar, like
Yeah.
a built-in life bar, where it's like certain enemies who deal
Your
more
shot does
damage,
X
it
damage,
does
yeah.
X damage, so it's gonna kill 3 pieces of ship versus 1. Like
But it's still
That was kind of part of the reason why I was thinking a 5 is because in most traditional shooters in this era, especially in the 80s, like these
Yeah.
early 80s,
one shot done.
one shot dead.
Unless you had a shield.
Galaga, unless you had that other ship.
Yeah.
Gunnak, I think was.
yeah,
Zexes, I think is.
most
shooters are that
shooters are
one
one
hit
hit kill. Yes,
Whereas this one, it felt like you had. I love the demo, by the way.
he just gives up.
He's in the left side. One bullet hits him, and it's like, nope, that's it. That's your demo for this game.
Yep.
Nice try.
We don't need anything more.
But at least you had more than the one hit. I'm always a fan of that shit. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could tell from Guardian Legend, any of those ones
Yeah.
where you get a shield of some sort.
Or you get a life bar.
Yeah.
Guardian Legend, they gave you a full-on life bar.
I love that in this era of shooters. So in that sense, I think it's kind of forgiving that, sure, you're down to your basic cannon, but you still do have a reasonable amount of power. And you get your power-ups pretty consistently.
Yeah, they are pretty
And
quick.
I like the fact that when you expose the power-up, it sits there for a good few
Yes,
seconds
it does.
instead of just being like, oh, you missed it.
Yeah.
Another thing is, if you already had that power up and you open the same number again, it did nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
That's
That
also
was
that should
annoying.
have given you a 1-up. It should have done something rather than nothing.
Yeah, that was annoying.
So that's another bad
that
point against it.
that wasn't because you said you didn't have that number and it just didn't open. I
Yeah.
think that was a glitch.
Yeah.
I think we had a glitch where a couple of times, and I'm sure it'll be in the montages, where the power up just doesn't open, so you couldn't even get it.
Yeah.
Well, all right, we'll stick with the 6. I'll stick with the 6 for you.
I can't believe you said 4 right out of the starting gate.
Well-
Holy cow. Getting a little
4
bit too big for your britches.
4 because I mean
He's saying that because he's the one who beat it.
I got to the last guy on the first run.
Man, fuck you.
And it's we've encountered shooters that are
You're decent at shooters, though.
balls crazy.
Yeah.
Like some shooters in this era are insanity. This really isn't that bad. It's just certain things move very quickly,
Yeah.
almost like too quick for their own good. What game was it where like the fire rate was so insane? Was it Thundercade?
I
maybe?
think it was Thundercade where the bullets were going faster than you could.
Yeah, or like maybe it was Starship
Also-
Hector. We tried and we
Yeah.
it never we never did it, but Starship Hector where it's like they were firing faster than like it was humanly possible. Like you couldn't even fire that fast.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I feel like there were certain like small lulls here and there, but it felt a notch above like Legendary Wings or Dragon Spirit, but not quite as hard as like Gradius, Starship Hector, Gunnak to a lesser extent, I guess. But no, I think I'll agree with that 6.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, what do you give this game for a fun?
So I think when we first started, I really liked a lot of the aspects of it.
Yeah.
I liked the idea of building your ship. I love that you could like have different- reconfigure your transformations and stuff.
That is a unique aspect.
Which
Yeah.
I was reading, that's only in the NES version.
Well,
That
still,
wasn't in
cool.
the arcade.
still, that's nice. The longer I played the game, though, the more the fun dropped. And it's not just because I was like not doing great. It's because there were inconsistencies.
There
were
unfortunately.
slowdowns. There was flicker. There was
Well, I mean, the worst part of it was when I transformed on that final boss, when I
Yeah.
had all the parts, and it looked like I wasn't even shooting.
yeah.
And I died by a bullet that wasn't even there.
And the fact that it's like it encourages you. Even in the manual, it says that you can use your transformations at strategic points. The game is too inconsistent. It can't recognize the button presses for you to use them at those significant periods.
Yeah.
Because I literally had 4 pieces of a ship. I had 3 Fs, so I knew I could make my transformation. I pushed the A button, and I died. It's like, it did not transform. It did not give me that temporary invincibility.
Did the same for me.
So a lot of the inconsistency, I think this game had a lot of good aspects of it.
Yeah.
But it just was not polished enough. And I truly, to me, the music is far and away the best aspect of this game. Although it's only just the one song. Although the transformation,
I think there's a boss song too,
and the boss song, yeah.
And then when you become the Firebird,
but it's, I mean,
even the Firebird's kind of stupid because you only get the 2 bullets, like the 2 shots. It almost seems weaker than anything else you have.
Yeah, it's just nice that you have the you have the invincibility.
Yeah,
and you could run into stuff and destroy it.
So honestly, I mean, if I had to boil it down, I'm gonna probably give this game a 4 as far as fun goes.
I was gonna go 5, middle of the road, because unfortunately, it's just this one boring ass background.
Is it, and it just loops.
Even fucking Tiger Heli had different backgrounds.
Yeah,
and that was one continuous loop.
Yeah,
this, it's just the one thing. The music's great. I do love the music. It never got grating
old
to me.
Yeah, it never got grating to me either.
I really like the add-on ship thing.
Yeah,
it's unique in this era. You know, it's not just like I said, I like the fact that you open the pods for the weapon thing stays there. There are too many shooters where the power-up bounces around, or you hit it and then it floats off.
Or it's going in a circle until it goes off screen.
Or it's one of those where it's like a symbol that rotates between other symbols. And so, like, you're waiting for the power-up you want, and it never comes, and you end up getting hit by something. And it's like, there's way too many of that in this era. So I really liked that. But when it boils down to it, it's simple. I mean, it's a very simple shooter. Reminds me of, 1942.
42, yeah.
Even though that, I think, was worse than this, because that one is literally the same background the entire time.
It is, and you're over open water for most of it.
With no music.
Isn't like Sky Shark similar?
Sky Shark actually has music, and it loops after 4 different, like, distinct
Maybe
levels.
it was Sky Shark I'm thinking of, where the fire rate on the enemies was so insane.
Maybe
I can't believe we beat that one.
I had more history with Sky Shark, though. I'm better at that one.
But, and then, like, the color palette, I didn't care. Like,
for you, yeah.
The brown on, the red on brown, like, that was, if they didn't flicker, those bullets,
you'd never see them.
I never would have beat this.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way. But I think I'm going to agree with you on the 4. I like a lot of it. I would play this again, I'll be honest.
I would too.
But I think there's better shooters out there.
And like I said, I mean, I really liked the game out of the starting gate, but the more you got to know it, the more you played, the less there is to like about it. And so I would play this game again without hesitation.
Yeah.
But it's just unpolished is probably, if I had to sum it up in one word, unpolished.
That's a good way to put it. And to be honest, Vic Tokai games,
I don't think Vic Tokai games ever really had much polish.
They were never all that great.
Yeah.
So that's a 6 for difficulty, a 4 for fun. What did you pay for Terra Cresta?
So Terra Cresta, this was, I remember getting this game. It was back in the day when I was trying to buy up people's, like, video games. Like, I actually put an ad in the paper, like, wanted to buy video games.
What's a newspaper?
I know. And this was actually one of the first guys that I had contacted. Do you remember the one crazy dude that I went to and
Didn't we meet him in a parking lot?
Yes.
The Target parking lot before they opened?
I don't think so.
Oh, that was a different guy.
No, I went to his house, who was like only like 2 blocks away from yours, but I was like, guys, I want you in the car because I don't trust this guy.
Yes, the one with the weird cat on the roof. The cat statue.
Yes, and he had the long dreadlocks and
it's
stuff.
It's still
like
there.
That. Yeah, is it really?
Yeah.
So, well, it's interesting because I went over to his house 3 times, 3 separate houses. So that gives you an indication of like something's a little bit sketchy with this guy. But I actually ended up buying the first issue of Nintendo Power from him.
Oh, wow.
For I think I paid like $10 for it. And this game he had, and I paid, I want to say $5 for it.
Not bad.
And it was the first time that I had ever found Terra Cresta, because I'm like, every time I've ever gone to like pre-play it or any of those
this is not an easy find.
I never found it. And so I'm like, and I was very fortunate because on eBay I could see like prices weren't very high for Terra Cresta, but I was like, this is one of those games that I want to get it before people realize how hard it is to find, and then the price just skyrockets.
Because even like it's such a unique looking cover.
Yeah.
And like this and logo that you're like you would notice it.
Oh yeah.
You don't see this very often.
No, you don't.
Which is
and this is
weird.
Not and it's not one of those games where we say like, oh, it's just a victim of circumstance, where it's like it's not a common game, and it's not one of those that you put in like your display or anything like that.
Right.
So it's like it kind of just like is stuck in the middle or something like that. But you don't see it though.
No, and nobody. It's one of those too where you never really hear anybody. Oh, what shooters on the NES?
Nobody talks about it.
Gradius, Sky Shark, 1942.
Never.
Nobody talks about Terra
Nobody
Cresta.
talks about Terra Cresta.
Because I don't even think.
Or they go the other way. They go the other way. Silver Surfer and Zombie Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, definitely not Zombie Nation.
No, I meant for like.
I know what you mean.
Notorious wise.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Not in terms of good, but I'm talking about like you got the ones they refer to as good, and they got the ones people are like, well, those are terrible because they're so hard or bad. That
yeah, which is so funny because even Guardian Legend really never comes up when people talk about shooters.
Yeah,
when it's one of arguably the best shooters on the system. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you're right. Terra Cresta.
You just don't see it and you don't hear about it. Yeah, it truly is.
So
but yeah, I paid about $5 for it.
As of this video on pricecharting.com, Terra Cresta, $45 even.
Not worth it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's not worth it. Not for what you get for it. There's a lot better shooters, like you said. There's better shooters out there that you can play that are cheaper.
Well, the one I'm thinking of is definitely not cheaper.
Which one are you thinking of?
Gunnack.
Oh God, no! Gunnack is a $300 game.
I was about to say Gunnack is a fantastic shooter, but it's expensive.
It's trippy too.
$285.
Oh, $285. Yeah, it's close to $300.
What's the other? There's another one that's is it Xerxes?
Xerxes is another shooter. Yeah.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to think of how you spell it.
That
one's only $13, but I think it plays like Gunnack.
It pretty much does.
And I think it's better than this.
I want to say that Xerxes was wasn't it an unofficial sequel or predecessor to Gunnack?
I believe so.
So,
but I'm not positive on that.
But yeah, this game, I mean, you're gonna enjoy the music. You'll probably have fun with it for 30 minutes, an hour. It'll get tiring.
I kind of want to try different like formations to see, like if it's true that they do aim at the other parts of the ship that can't blow up, other than you, because it certainly felt that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, if you make a pattern where everything is all spaced out, how exactly that runs.
Interesting, yeah.
Because I do like that based on how many pieces you get that certain transformation, and so you get all 5, and then you get the one you design.
Yeah.
Like, if you have the 2, it does the wave, you do the 3, it does the shots, you have the 4, it does the weird circle things, which were weird, but they were effective.
They were. Yeah.
So I mean, I did like that.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. But no, I would say 45. That's a little.
That's a little bit steep for it.
I probably would have gone up to 20.
Me too. Yeah. I think honestly, $15-20 is going to be your sweet spot if you can find this game for that. But 45, you gotta really like shooters in order to want to get this game,
especially for the uniqueness of it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, or you can get the arcade archives and get the arcade version on.
Oh, like
as part of a collection.
You could probably find, because what is it like that
yeah.
one company on Switch, Hamster or something?
Yep, Hamster. exact company.
They're doing that arcade archive thing where they're bringing back
The arcade-
they're bringing back arcade
The
games. I
arcade
see.
version
Okay.
of this is,
nice.
I think
is
they
in their
actually-
collection.
I think that hamster actually has like Dragon Spirit.
Oh,
and
they've got
they got
this-
a fuck ton, dude.
Holy.
this.
Hannah.
So this
and that's
is
all.
This
That's
is
all them.
this is Arcade Archives. This is the hamster bought the rights to put all these games
Yeah.
out.
There's
into this
actually
collection.
there's a lot on my wish list on
My
the Switch
God.
that I want to pick up.
Well, I'm
from
not even
that
done.
hamster.
It's just gonna keep going.
There's a
Like,
fuck ton, dude.
Wow.
I want to say like Druaga's on there. They have like the arcade version of
just
Contra.
scrolling.
The
Yeah.
arcade version of.
It's
of-
almost like they're a company that is trying to preserve video games.
Yep.
That's literally what it is. And so them
Well, because like that was
by
those were.
them,
And
by
they-
them charging for it, it's like it's basically so that they can continue to focus on video game
Preservation.
They're even like there's another company I want to say that's doing other things too. Like they're called like it's like Egg something where they're bringing like Commodore 64 games to like the Switch because I want to say
interesting.
the original Ys that was released on,
was the Commodore
on the
64,
Commodore
yeah.
64 was released on the Switch under this Egg console thing. I don't know what it stands for, but
Interesting.
they have a whole gaggle of games like that. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
That's like the Switch, for all intents and purposes, is very cool for playing like these old classic games.
Yeah, sure. So.
But that'll do it for this.
That will do it. So remember, go to powertripgaming.tv. It takes you right to our channel. You can watch all of our other playthroughs, all of the other games that we have hit along the way to beating every game in the next collection.
That's correct. The side quests as well, where we play whatever the hell we feel like doing. Or you can go to iTunes and Spotify for the PTG Powercast, where we talk about life, love, and happiness.
And if you
video
want to contact
video
us,
games.
you can always send us an email at nespowertrip@gmail.com.
Boom, baby. That'll do it. So next time on Power Trip,
We'll play something better.
yeah, buddy. Nihon.
Bussan! Train to Bussan!
Ooh, yeah.
Such a good.
Do you think he changed his last name to Falcom at some point? So he became Neon Falcom.